How did one YouTuber manage to accomplish what a $150 billion company couldn't accomplish in almost 15 years?
That's so very, very sad.
A guy who sells lightsabers on the internet managed to tackle a concept better than Disney has ever tackled it. He did it with no budget, funded by himself.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scraps.
He managed to fix this one problem that has been plaguing the Disney Star Wars universe since The Force Awakens, and why it actually matters to finally put the last nail in the coffin for Disney Star Wars. Welcome back to Screen Wars. If you're new here or haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Now, right up front, it's the first time since Rogue One that you actually get a sense of Vader's power level. And that is the main point, is that Star Wars Theory managed to get the power scaling of Darth Vader, Mace Windu, and these other Jedi better than Disney has ever gotten it. When Vader grabbed the Jedi's lightsaber and flung it at his master in midair, that was so cool. Then when Mace Windu is revealed and his power level is way above these random Jedi on the level of Vader's, which actually makes sense, is something that Disney has never nailed down in any of their Star Wars releases. They've never been able to visually show the different power levels of Jedi and Sith, ever. And this is why I think it matters so much, because Star Wars has a distinct power system. Not many people know that there's a numbered ledger created by George Lucas used to choreograph the prequel fights, and Disney is still currently breaking this numbered power system to this day. During the prequel trilogy, George Lucas and stunt coordinator Nick Gillard ran the entire saga's combat based on a 10-level power scaling system. Here it is. Darth Sidious, level 9 out of 10. Yoda, 9. Mace Windu, 9. Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, 9. And only because the dark side let him skip steps. Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith, 8. Darth Maul, 8. Dooku, 8. Kit Fisto, 7. And the levels aren't even evenly spaced. Gillard's comparison is that the gap between levels works like a Richter scale. An 8 isn't a little better than a 7. An 8 is a completely different category of combat. Now watch how disciplined Lucas was with this scaling system. Obi-Wan is a 6, maybe 7 in The Phantom Menace. By Revenge of the Sith, 13 years later, he's an 8. 13 years of combat, war, and fighting to only go up one level. Anakin goes from a 7 in Attack of the Clones to a 9 in Revenge of the Sith, and the story treats that jump as unnatural. Gillard's own explanation is that skipping levels is what the dark side sells you.
Hayden in this film has moved up to a level 9. He's gone past Obi. Now the difference between a level 8 and a level 9 really is the dark side. You have to go through each level in order to attain the next level, and if you do it too quick, you're going to get in trouble. So that's how I work on his downfall is going to be aggression.
And Lucas tracked it past his movies. In his 2005 press interviews, Lucas explained that Anakin's potential was roughly double the Emperor's, and that after Mustafar, the suit permanently capped Vader at about 80% of Palpatine's power. Think about what that number does. It explains why Vader never overthrew the Emperor. It explains why Palpatine was shopping for Vader's son, all based on power level scaling. Now it should make more sense why Mace Windu, level 9, and Vader, level 9, would be evenly matched. And Disney just took George Lucas's power scaling leveling system and completely tossed it out the window. December 2015, The Force Awakens. A scavenger who learned the Force existed roughly one day ago performs a Jedi mind trick, a skill Luke Skywalker doesn't display until his third movie. She also reverses an interrogation probe against a trained darkseid user, beats him in a telekinetic tug-of-war, and then beats him in a saber duel. On Lucas's power level scale, an injury may explain losing a close fight to somebody who's close in power level. It does not explain the fight between Rey and Kylo being close at all. Obi-Wan Kenobi, who was raised in the Jedi Temple from infancy, trained his entire life, and was a 6 in The Phantom Menace. Anakin was a 7 in Attack of the Clones. Rey wouldn't be a low number on that level. She wouldn't even be on the scale. If day 1 of knowing about the Force gets you to Jedi mind trick level, then the 30,000-year-old Jedi system was a scam. You could just pick it up on the first day. Now, obviously, the power scaling is just one problem of the many problems in the sequel trilogy, but the power scaling didn't stop there. It still happens with Disney's latest release of their new Maul Shadowlord show. Maul is documented at a level 8, same level as Obi-Wan, who defeated Anakin on Mustafar. Remember, it's a Richter scale. Any 8 against anything below isn't a fight. It should be a brutalization. And the Inquisitors, canonically, failed Jedi, ex-Temple guards, darkseid middle management, basically. So what does Maul Shadowlord give us? Darth Maul evenly matched with the Inquisitors, one-on-one, and then losing to 2 of them, having his prosthetic legs injured in the process. The show plays it as tense, but if it was actually following the power level scaling of George Lucas, it wouldn't even have been a fight. And here's where it stops even being my opinion. Disney's own canon defeats this stupid. The older Darth Maul walks through 3 Inquisitors essentially at once. In Disney's own continuity, Darth Maul was more powerful in The Phantom Menace, and then less powerful, but then got more powerful as he was older, all depending on when the show needs a cliffhanger. The tease that the Inquisitors can't handle Maul, so the Empire may need to send in Vader, only works if Vader is categorically above Maul, and Maul is categorically above the Inquisitors. The show understands it well enough to market with it. They know the rules exist, but they break them anyway, just for cliffhanger episodes for content. Disney in a nutshell. $100+ billion market cap, the actual legal owner of Lucas's power level scale, breaking it in real time in 2026. Which brings me back to Star Wars theory. Someone who you can tell is a lifelong Star Wars fan who actually cares about George Lucas's story. And he knows exactly how to handle that power scaling problem that Disney has. He understands that Mace Windu is a 9 and Vader is a capped 9, which makes the fight between them so enticing, which you could see in the film. Vader so much above these random Jedi, and Mace Windu so much above these random Jedi. Perfectly dramatized that Richter scale that we talked about earlier, the exact way Nick Gillard choreographed the prequels. I have been a fan of Star Wars theory since 2016. I actually used to have a Star Wars channel for a little bit until I just got too fed up with Disney Star Wars. So I've been following Star Wars theory from before Vader Episode I. And when that released, I was blown away. I think it was just after The Last Jedi, or maybe right before Rise of Skywalker. And it was like the best Star Wars thing we have seen since The Revenge of the Sith. So I've been in anticipation for Vader Episode II for 7 years now. And when he released the trailer in 2020, I was a little disappointed that it was going to be animated, but the concept was really cool and I was very excited for it. Now, being that Star Wars Theory funded this entire thing himself, I'm going to give leniency that it took 7 years to come out with Episode 2, because I can only imagine that this cost a ton of money to produce. So the film starts off 8 months after the rise of the Galactic Empire. The galaxy trembles in the wake of the Emperor's new apprentice, Darth Vader. And it opens with a Republic star cruiser hovering right in orbit of the planet Naboo. Then you see a ship of clone troopers traveling to the planet. You see them inspecting the remains of the clone troopers that Mace Windu killed in the 2020 short film release, which I thought was a cool touch. It was like a little Easter egg. Then the clone troopers get visuals of Jedi footprints, and you're assuming that it's going to be Mace Windu. And as Vader is walking through the debris at the Naboo palace, he starts having force visions of everything on fire around him. Then the clone troopers are walking through the dark. They have their thermals on. They spot something. You think it's going to be Mace Windu, and then you see a Twi'lek Jedi kill 2 clone troopers, and you're like, oh. And then all of a sudden, about 7 Jedi ignite their saber all at once, and you get a giant battle scene. I thought the cinematography was top tier. I thought it was so cool when Vader force pushes the rest of the living Jedi and Mace just doesn't move at all. I thought that was very cool. It was just a tease at the end. I just want to see that battle so bad. I know he's saving it for the last one, but I wanted it. Understand what Star Wars Theory did not have. No story group, no archive access, no billion-dollar company. What he had was the same stack of books, the same interviews, the same reading material as you or I have. And the one thing that Disney can't buy. He is actually a fan of Star Wars and cares about Star Wars. How crazy is that when an actual Star Wars fan makes a Star Wars project? It's good. Whoa. So how did a YouTuber do what $100 billion corporation couldn't? He didn't outspend them. He didn't out-render them. He didn't out-market them. He out-fanned them. He respected the material. He actually gave us what the fans have wanted this entire time. The thing that Disney keeps missing. He's actually giving us what fans want to see. They want to see the psychology of Anakin Skywalker as he's becoming Vader. They want to see Mace Windu come back. They want to see the actual power level of the most powerful characters in the universe. If I had to give one critique of Vader Episode 2 is that I wanted it to be longer and I want to see that fight. I don't want to wait 7 years to see that fight between Mace Windu and Vader. But let me know what you guys thought of Vader Episode 2 in the comments down below. Do you agree with me about the power scaling in Star Wars? Let me know in the comments down below. If you listened this far in the video, I thank you so much. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. We have a ton more coming your way. But until then, I'm Brandon. This is Screen Wars, and we'll see you in the next one.